Welcome to this new map tour on Farming Simulator 19 with me, MrSealyp. Okay, Sussex Farms 19 is here. To say I'm excited is ridiculous. I mean, I did the map tour for Shamrock Valley earlier, which I was excited about, but this is next level stuff. I make no bones about the fact Jim and I are friends. We've been friends for quite a while now. He's been sending me pictures, messages for ages. He sent me a video the other day showing me all the features so that I could make sure I got everything into this first look, and I've been bursting at the seams to just kind of show it all off. If you played on this on FS17, there's enough change on this that you'll love it. If you never played with it on FS17, you are going to be absolutely amazed at what Jim has done and what he accomplishes, and he always does this. I'm also going to put this out there now. All of the features available on this map are here if you want to use them. You don't have to use them. You can if you want, you don't have to. You can play it as a normal map, but Jim has added in a ton of features. Now, as you just saw, the jumbo jet flew straight over. That will fly over once per hour now. He has reduced, foghorns and the amount of times the planes fly over. We can turn that off. I'll show you that later on. Plus, it doesn't fly at night, so if that annoyed you on the previous version, Jim has taken a load of feedback on board and changed it. Now, this only runs at 240 megabyte for this entire map. I don't know how he does it. Plus, I'm on new farmer mode. On new farmer mode, I've only used 397 of 1299 slots. That gives you a lot to play around with. Now, Jim messaged me literally 5 minutes ago to say, I can't believe the slot count is so high. It's not high, Jim. Not even close. If you play this on Farm Manager, you don't have any machinery whatsoever. It's only 245 out of 1299. That gives you over 1,000 slots to play around with. That's incredible. So, let's get straight onto this. I'm going to try and do all this in one go. This is going to be a very, very long one because there's tons to get in. I'm even considering doing it in 2 parts. I'll see how my timer goes. But, starting off, farmhouse directly in front of us, we have a doormat. Let's click on this, and that's where you can sleep through the night. But it's not the house, it's the doormat. Jim puts in modded bits of equipment, and I'm going to show you that now. So if we go into the store, under placeables, if we go down to farmhouses, Jim has made a farmhouse doormat for 100. You can place that in front of any building you want to, and that could be your farmhouse. You don't have to have a farmhouse, just a doormat. That's a genius idea. It's brilliant. So clever. Love that. That's the first thing of many. So you can place that anywhere you want. As far as added in stuff, and he does this on a lot of his maps, under miscellaneous, we have got, I better mention this now before I forget, we've got his tankers. He puts in the MKU-8 and the MKU-32. These are modded by Jim, and they take all the stuff at the bottom. So it will do fuel, herbicide, slurry, digestate. There's now purified water, and he's got purified air. So these will take air as well. You'll understand why when we get around to that later. I know it sounds bizarre. It will make sense. So those are modded in. What he's also done is he's modded in a trailer too, which is pretty cool. I don't know, he should do more mods. I keep telling him, more mods. You can put these out as mods. So the SB 230-1070 trailer, Jim's done a modded version of it in game on this map. He hasn't put it out as a mod, where you can change the main colour and rim colour and stuff on it as well. So you can make that your own too. So he's just decided, you know what, let's do that. Why wouldn't you? Plus he's made it a whole 1,000 litres extra, so 60,000 litres rather than the standard 59. Brilliant. So those are things Jim's already put in. Let's get around the farmyard. We've got a lot to look at. So we start at Sussex Farm. Like I say, if you haven't played on this map before, actually let's go into the correct menu. We start up here at Sussex Farm. All of your animals are here at the main farm, and they are all fixed in place. Those are not movable. They are what they are, but if you want to set farms up elsewhere, there are placeable areas, there are other farms, there are other bits and bobs, so you can set up your farm wherever you want to, if you want to. Jim's worked really hard at trying to make sure things will place and that kind of thing, and he really does take feedback on board, which is incredible. Contracts are available. I'll go for all the standard things. Contracts are available. As far as sell points, we've got loads. Airport diesel, Jim's put that in as airport diesel because I think a lot of people on FS17 were annoyed or confused about the fact you were delivering fuel up to the airport and they thought it should be avgas for aircraft. Jim's intention was always for that to just be a diesel point. It wasn't about delivering diesel to fuel aircraft. That was not the point. He wanted me to make sure I pointed that out. I have. Field price. Fields are all in the same. Fields are in the same places. They are the same sizes. I didn't look at field prices. I do apologise. What do we start with on New Farmer? We start off with this section here with field 5 and 6. All the animals on the main farm. We also start with, yes, Jim, the biogas plant. We own it. We don't have to buy it. Jim listens. That's why I like him. That's why he's my friend. That's why he's a great modder, because he listens. So yeah, biogas plant you have to buy. Field prices vary from 29,000 up to big ones here for 358, 343. I mean, even to be fair, even the big fields aren't ridiculously expensive. We have got a few changes up here. Oh no, 41 was what I did before. I'm just thinking, no, these fields were always there. Fields 1 and 2 are big uns, 400,000. But like I say, even for those, not massive money. So pretty cool indeed. We have our chickens just to the right here with our feed trough. Egg boxes come there and we buy and sell our chickens from there. We have got a jet wash point for cleaning our vehicles just here, and then in the centre these trees here can be removed if you cut the trees down. If you played Spectacle Island and on Mercury, there were removable hedges and fences and stuff. You take those trees down, get rid of the stumps, and all the rocks and stuff in the middle here will go, which gives you a bit more space if you want it. Each of the sheds has its own light switch now, and what I love about these as well, it's got this illuminated bit in the middle, so in the dark at night you can still see the light switches for getting around and turning on the lights. All of those are independent on each of the buildings, which is again brilliant. He's worked really hard on textures. He's worked really hard on different soil textures, because he said on FS17 it was kind of one soil texture, and he wanted to make sure there were, I think he's done 3 or 4 different ones himself to make it work better, and that's absolutely fantastic. These big buildings, as in FS17, when you open them, the lights come on automatically. It's just, like I say, if you played on this before, you'll understand. If you're new to this, just wow. The silo takes everything. Putting into the silo is no problem at all. Taking out of the silo though, and there are a lot of these boxes around the map, you have to turn it on. So you go to the box, AJ Tech, press circle, and that will turn it on, ready for unload or loading, whichever way around you look at it. The number there tells you how many litres per second, so the fill speed into whatever trailer you're going to go in, and that's around the map in all different places. I think at the main farm these stay on, and if you open things they stay open. Around the map, other ones after 4 minutes, I think Jim said, they turn themselves off, but you can turn off yourself as well, like so. Lights around this as well. Plus, he also said if you're finding the noise and stuff on these, on the grain dryer, if it's too much, come over to here, press circle, you can turn it off. So there's a lot of things like this you can turn on and off if you don't want them, if the noise is annoying you, or for whatever reason you might be having frame rate issues. You shouldn't do, because it's fairly low. So the main storage is here. Come into this one here, press circle, and we open it up. All very nice indeed. Like I say, it takes everything. Jim's brilliant at doing that. He always makes sure it's kind of like, say, it just works, you know. He wants it to work really well for everyone. Right, over here at the main farm we have got, I've got a ton of notes here. Oh, that's what I meant to say. Jim's favourite tractor. What do we start with? Actually, yeah, we'll look at that as well while we're here. Sorry, I'm going to bounce around, and I apologise if I'm rattling away really quickly, but this is Jim's favourite tractor, the 515C. of all time. He loves it. So he's got a few implements and bits and bobs to go with that. You don't have to have it, but it's there. So what do we start with on New Farmer? We've got the 515C Favourite, K7210 Pro, Massey Ferguson Activa 7347, pickup, Agroliner trailer, header for the Activa. We've got small plough, cultivator. We've got the Spirit R300, so 3 metre seeder. We've got the fertiliser tank, weeder, front loader attachments, weights, and the doormat for the house. So that's everything you start with. Like I say, if you start on Farm Manager or start from scratch, you don't have any of that, but the slot count drops down to 245, which is just incredible. But anyway, as I was saying, oh yeah, the storage is linked to Plumpton Farm. We'll get to Plumpton later on. So the storage here and the storage there is linked, so you can get it in and out of both. All the storage on this map is also multiplayer friendly. So when you're playing on multiplayer, if one farmer puts into that, it remembers whose is whose, so you can all store your own things in there, and it keeps them all separate, so when you come to get them, it will only allow you to take yours out. Again, brilliant. So over here, let's make sure I get this one right. So we've got liquid, slurry, milk, water, liquid manure, storage. Again, putting in's fine, you can put in no problem at all, but to take out, you have to turn it on to take it out. Don't forget to, because you might think it's not working, I can't get my stuff out. Turn that on. Again, that tells you that's going to run at 2,000 litres per second. You can turn it off again when you don't want it. That's your storage here. Over here, we have got, this is for seed, fertiliser, etc. This one doesn't have a fill speed trigger on it at all. But I can't remember now, I didn't write on my notes what the capacity was for this. Never mind. But yeah, so seed, fertiliser, herbicide, all of that can all be stored in here. Moving on. Right, animals. Sorry. What Jim's done, and he did say he doesn't think anyone else has done this yet, he's taken a lot of the old buildings, some of the old buildings, and done a bit of work on converting them, so opening doors and stuff on some that never worked before. But our pig pen is this one just here. What he has also done, your triggers are all in here. On PC this is converted so it will take the oh, it's the water thing, isn't it? Oh, what's it called? Anyway, it's for seasons and all the add-ons. You got the additional, the irrigation thing or the water system. Although that said, it hasn't got the pipe on here, which is on the one he showed me it did. But anyway, feed trough, water trough, the bale straw point, you can pile bales up and it will use them as it needs them. So you don't have to keep coming back. So you can stick a load of bales in there, and it will just, as it needs the bedding, it will gradually take them out. So you don't have to keep coming back. And he's done that on all the triggers for the bales, which again, brilliant touch. Let's go at the other end. Slurry and manure. Oh, there we go. Slurry tank there, manure round to the side there. We've got bunker silo just there, and then onto the cows. Oh, this is the one. The cow shed. Jim's done it, so the door opens. Light switch on the end. Again, lit up so you can see it all nice and bright. I think that's for the bedding. That one there. Put it in that one. Buying and selling is around this end. What Jim did say for loading and unloading is that he always puts the trigger the other side of the doors, because he said it feels more immersive that you would have to open the gates and bring a vehicle in. So for buying, selling, loading and unloading is actually inside. You know, you actually have to do the trigger, which again I like. It's clever. It's so well thought out. You know. Horses aren't here, are they? No. But sheep are over the back here in their own pasture. I'm watching my clock thinking, yep, we're going to end up into a second video. On console I can only do 60 minutes, and if I get to 60 minutes then we are out of time. So, sheep are down here. This has all been changed, I don't know if you remember, from 17, but this is all changed. Like I say, enough has changed. Wool pallet spawn point, feed trough, water trough, load and unload, buy, sell is here, like so. That's the animals. We have got a little placeable area up the top, and there's a greenhouse as well. So placeable area just here. Up on the hill there we got Jack and Jill windmill. That's a sell point. Trying to think if there's anything. I think you can turn the windmill on and off if you want to. That's later on in my notes, because on the video he sent me it kind of went round in a specific order, but in a particular order. Right, I'm going to jump to a vehicle. See you in a moment. We'll grab the pickup because it's going to be quicker. So what we'll do, we'll swing out of here. I'm just looking. I hope I haven't missed anything off there. Oh yes, greenhouses. That was it. There are greenhouses dotted around the place, as they were on 17. If you put water in them and you put manure in them, you will get an hourly rate. You don't have to buy these if they're on your land. You make money, and I think it's pretty good actually. What did it say? 1,500 an hour on easy, 1,000 on normal, 500 on hard, which is brilliant. I'm going to head to the workshop now. Everything on Jim's maps is really well signposted. You can probably tell already, if you played it before, he's worked really hard on foliage, on landscaping, on... I think Jim was very conscious or worried on the original version that it seemed not cartoony, that's the wrong word for it, but it wasn't immersive enough, and he really wanted to make it more immersive, so he's changed a whole load of stuff. Right, around here we've got our vehicle workshop. It's not at the main farm, it is here. Now there are contracts available for buying fuel and selling fuel. Again, you don't have to use it if you don't want to. Sound effects, as always on his maps, are brilliant. They work, they match, they do what they should do. Now, if you want fuel to fill up your vehicles, you buy it from the fuel point. We'll show you in a minute. You bring it here and unload it into this tank. But when you want to refill your vehicles, you do it from inside the workshop. So you refuel your vehicles in here from the little petrol pump. So you need to fill it up first, and then you can refuel in here. Your workshop trigger is here, and you drive your vehicle on. Your vehicle has to go right to the very end. You drive it until it stops and the wheels spin right to this end. He was going to put the sign there and he forgot, but he should be alright. And we raise and lower it. I've lost the thing to raise and lower it. There we go. We raise it all the way up. If you wanted that immersive thing, when you raise it all up, then you come over here and you can work on your vehicles, repair them, customise them, that sort of thing. The reason for pushing it right to the front on this lift is when you bring the lift down, if you don't put it right to the front, this point the vehicle hangs in mid-air. So you have to make sure it's right to the front on that lift, and if you stay it's right in the front, it will go up and down, no problem at all. So that's your workshop. There are cupboards that open and close, there are things all over the place. It's just absolutely fantastic. I love that branded John Deere oil and stuff as well. Brilliant. I'm going to open up the menu here just a second because... hang on. What does that say then? Oh yeah, can't pick up, object too heavy. Close that. Lights over the other side here as well. I love that. You even get the flicker of the fluorescent light as it comes on. Oh dear, brilliant. Right, so from here we're going to head up to the northern part of the map. There's some cool stuff up there. There's cool stuff everywhere. I can't even say there's some cool stuff up here. Jim's done some landscaping. He's smoothed out some of the hills. One he hasn't, and he explained to me why. Again, we'll get to that in a little while. Through the tunnel. I'm just so excited to be back on this map. It's just absolutely brilliant. Love it. So, off to our right, just going to check on my notes here so I don't get this wrong. Oh, didn't mean to go over that. We've got sweet potato sell point, which is just over there for your potato and sugar beet. New sign on that. Round to the left here we've got our fuel buy point. So if you're going to do fuel runs, if you're going to be selling fuel at the various different points around the map where you can sell fuel, you have to do it from here. And you have to use the tankers from his pack. I don't think standard in-game tankers will work. You have to smooth this out a little bit up here, up to the two big fields 1 and 2, but these are all new. The blinking lights and cones, that's all new, been added in. But what's really cool is this bit here. This is new. Free lime for everyone. And the animations. Oh dear me. Right. So, free lime. Let's turn this on. And watch. Oh man, I'm grinning like an idiot. So that's the lime quarry directly in front of us there. So the crane will swing round. You bring your vehicle underneath here with whatever trailer you want and park it under there, just there. This comes round. This is just next level stuff, I mean, absolutely. And then when you click on your trigger, it will unload from there, lime, into your trailer. How cool is that? Right. Let's turn it off. No, turn off. Oh, that one does it automatically. Right, these are the ones off your farm that will, after so many minutes, that will automatically go back. So, that's your free lime. Moving swiftly on. We're going to head towards Plumpton Farm now. So what we'll do is just bring up the map. So we have gone from our main farm here, along up here to the workshop. We've come up under the tunnel to Sweet Potato, the fuel point and the free lime. What we're going to do now is head back down here, come across to Plumpton Farm. There's fields and stuff. It's just everything. It's just brilliant. Sorry, I'm going to keep doing it. It doesn't matter. Now, Jim did say he was surprised at the vehicles for some reason. Doesn't matter how he spreads them all out, they seem to after a little while run through their cycle and they all clump together, so you get these streams of vehicles and he's not quite sure why it happens. But anyway, off to Plumpton we go. A few things have changed. There's been trees removed and various different things. What Jim did say as well, he's removed a lot of the characters. The man that we used to sit on the dock fishing with his dog and stuff like that, he took out, and what he said was, bizarrely, he said he could place a whole load of stuff, landscaping, trees and all sorts of things, but the polygon count for a character was so high, way higher than, you know, a whole section of, you know, whatever it might be, that it wasn't worth having it in. It was just better off removing it. So round here we still have the scrapyard. These all open. It does have the pit. So we've got another workshop here for customising your vehicles. What Jim has also done is made sure that the triggers come out in front. So for larger vehicles you haven't got to drive inside. That seems to be becoming more of a theme now. I think Jim did it quite a while back on a couple of different maps. And it works really well. So that's the trigger for that there. What else have we got? Oh, now this is def. We've got fuel here. But the def one is more for PC because we don't really run it on console. Jim's not quite sure how that was going to work out on console. Whether you need to put some in or not anyway, but there's a def point here, definitely for PC if you're using it on PC. Plumpton Farm. I'll cut across the field, I'm sure it'll be fine. Now, there used to be a sell point in there, but there isn't anymore. Oh, not a sell point, it's a buy point for straw. But here at Plumpton Farm we've got seed and fertiliser points. Very nice indeed. Let's just open that up. We've come across the Plumpton. So those are there. We've got the silo here, and like I say, that is linked between the two. Actually, no, that's where you get out of, isn't it? Under there. Hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. What's the point? Mine's gone blank. How'd you get out of? How'd you get it out of here? That's where you put in. It's probably just me being blind as a bat. But anyway, light switches on the barns as well. Bunker silo tucked away there. A lot of the detail and texture on the silos has changed as well. Jim's added a lot of these in. Protection plates and guards to warn you, hazard strips and that kind of thing. Plenty of storage. Around the front here, if you put water and you put manure in, you get the tomatoes come up. There's loads and loads of custom things he's done for pallets. So for contracts, if you do transport contracts, there are loads dotted around the map, and he's made custom boxes and custom pallets for those transport jobs. The irrigation system, I think it works. It did work. He showed me in the map, in the video he sent me. Oh, I might be when you put the stuff in, actually, it comes up. So I can't find the trigger for turn that one off. Right. Moving on from Plumpton Farm. This bit is new as well. It used to kind of all end at the end here. We went along to this farm, or this field here, and it kind of ended up here, but if we continue along now, this bit is all new. This never used to be here. And when we come down the slope, we've got some more greenhouses. This is a lemon farm. Just brilliant. So, lemon farm. Again, you put your water and fertiliser in, you'll get lemons growing here, you'll get paid a certain amount per hour. But what is really cool is, if you do transport contracts, you come to here, you'll pick up pallets of lemons and you'll deliver them off to a certain point. And Jim's made all these custom things. Which is brilliant. It's just so clever. So the water goes in one side, manure goes in the other. Away we go. Now, that's brilliant. So on the ones you can't open, not only can you not open them, it's locked, and you get that sound like you're trying to open it. Who else does that? That's just brilliant. Anyway, that's the lemon farm. Just fantastic. Right, so, oh, hang on. Yeah, the water and manure there is for all three of the greenhouses. That's on my notes. Over here, we have free water. Oxyfresh, premium quality. The water is free. But what we've also got over here is purified air. And I did say that that tanker takes air. You come and buy it from here. And you're going to need that, because there are certain contracts and various different things, jobs you can do, but you can deliver the air somewhere else on the map. So it's another thing that's been added in. You can come and buy air, you can go and sell air. You don't have to if you don't want to, but it's there. The water, again, click that on. Flow rate's 5,000 litres per second. Buy your water. Again, there are water delivery points around the map, so you can deliver air to people. Which way do I need to go now? Check my notes. I think we're heading in this way. I think. Yes. Turn that off. Now if you remember, or again, if you played it before, around this little bit here there was a big muddy bog and there was a little Hurleman tractor stuck in the mud. Jim's taken that out. That's not there anymore, but what Jim has put in, that used to be down there in the little bog, that's been removed, but over here there's a little gypsy camp he's put in. And like you said, with the doormat, you could put the doormat here. If you wanted this to be your initial kind of main base of operations, you could put it in here. So you've got a little gypsy camp there. You can put your doormat there if you want to. I think the fire turns on and off. Well, again, did I dream that? Oh, there you go. So you can turn the fire on and off if you want to. It illuminates around as well. So at night you might want to put it on, but you can with the circle. Turn that on and off if you don't want the fire on. Okay, so from here, we'll swing out onto here. We have got some more cool. This is definitely going to be 2 parts. I'm looking at my timer now thinking, now this has all been added in. You've got flashing beacons. There was a hole there before, but this all been kind of smoothed out. The fences added, pipes and stuff like that. Now this is your buy point for straw, grass and hay. Again, get ready for this. So, if we come over to, where's the point gone? There we go. The box here. Let's turn it on. Oh man. So you put your vehicle under there, you reach that point. Once it gets to there, if you've got a vehicle under there with a trailer, it will tip in there. So that's where you can buy that from. I just want to check, make sure I've got the right way round. So we went from Plumpton down there. So right. So buy straw, grass and hay. I think it gives you the option on the straw, the grass and hay, which one you want it to be when you get to that tip point. This one over here, those will reset themselves after a few minutes as well. I think it's 4. Turn that one on, and this is for your straw. Oh man, it's little touches like that. All right, maybe it's gimmicky, maybe people won't like it. I don't know. You don't have to like it, but it's brilliant. I've got to remember which one of these sheds it is. Nope, that one's locked. It's not that one. But yeah, so that's your buy straw, grass and hay with some nice animations. We're going to head down to the garden centre now. The garden centre sell point is here. That's another one. You have to lift up the floor panels to be able to sell into it. We have got the pallet sell point. Jim's very fond of doing that. He still said he struggles to do with the liquid ones. It won't do them for some reason, but if you've got spare pallets or anything like that, you can bring stuff here and you can sell your seed, fertiliser, spare pig food, that kind of stuff at the goods in point. This one is the one I was looking for. So let's open this. Right, open up the help menu, come into here. If I press, there you go, hedge collisions on off. So in this one at the garden centre, if I press circle, you get a chainsaw sound. When you come out, all the hedge collisions have been removed. Like I said, there's a fence here, not a hedge, but the hedge, trust me, the hedge collisions have been removed. But if you want them back on again, you can come back in and put it back on again if you want to. So that's in the shed here at the garden centre. Automatic light, that's rather cool too. I'm trying to think, right, garden centre, was that it? Shed at Des, pallet sale point, yeah, I've done that. Oh man, yeah, this is definitely going to be 2 parts. I'm pretty sure I'm up to about 40 minutes already. And we've still got so much to see. Please, if you're watching this one, stick with it. Watch the second one as well if I do a second one, because you will not be disappointed. So, multi-storage, and this is the one that says storage like silos other. This is also multiplayer friendly. This has got a massive amount of storage if I recall correctly. This one is, scroll back across, go all the way up, 2 million litres. So you've got 500,000 between Plumpton and the main farm. Sussex farm, but then yeah, this one 2 million litre capacity. That is 2 million, not 20 million, isn't it? Yes, 6 zeros. Yeah, that's 2 million. Excuse me. Same thing again. It will need to be opened. That's done just there. Putting in is fine, no problem at all. You put into the silo. We do also have storage over here for liquids too, but to take out of here, you need to turn it on, and that will run at 4,000 litres per second. But when you want to remove from this silo, the same thing. Putting in is fine. Taking out, you do need to turn this on, and this runs at 8,000 litres per second. Jim amended this to make it higher and wider for some of the bigger vehicles and trailers. And FS17 it was a little bit smaller and a little bit narrower, a little bit harder to get in. So this multi-storage will take a huge amount, and like I say, on multiplayer, each farmers will be kept separate, which is absolutely brilliant. No shortage of storage. Anyway, so that's the multi-storage. Where to now? He says to himself. I'm not entirely sure. Turn the page on my notes. So much more. Ah, right. We are going, I think, back this way. Go past the side turning. I've lost myself. Actually, no, it might be next. Next turning. I was right. Sorry, I'm so desperate not to miss anything off. I know it seems like I'm bumbling around, but I've got a list of stuff I want to make sure I get in, and I kind of promised Jim I would. Ah, here we are. So, you can buy your water from the other place, but selling water, you can sell water here. Pure water, premium quality. So you buy your free water, bring it here, they bottle it, this is the bottling thing. And there's also transport contracts that will involve transporting water and stuff under the contracts page. Another placeable area to our left hand side just there. Really big one. I think I did my greenhouse one on there. Operation Market Garden, I think I did on that one. Now we're heading to the harbour. Yeah. So much to see. Not enough hours in the day. I think what we'll do... I'm just thinking now in my head, can I fit everything else in the second part? I think so. What we'll do, we're going to call this first part, part 1. Please stick with it, watch the second part, because I want you to see everything. I want you to be able to experience everything that's there. I hope you've enjoyed this so far. I hope you've enjoyed what you've seen. I hope you've enjoyed everything Jim's done. I think it's phenomenal. I was going to stream this, in all honesty. This was going to be streamed live. My next door neighbours decided they're going to have their windows fitted today, so I'm trying to film this in between noise and all sorts of stuff. So I was going to just do like a 2-hour stream and show everything in that. Unfortunately, hasn't worked out that way. So please stick with it. Come back for part 2. You will not be disappointed. If you have enjoyed it, give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.